Annyeonghaseyo, pmsblackqueen here with a K-drama review for you, and this is episode number 3 of Cheer Up. I will leave all the links down below on where you can watch this drama, but just to let you know, you can watch this drama on Dramafever, of course, Viki, and on Hulu Plus, alright? And like I said, I'll leave everything down below. Alright, so we're on episode 3, like I said, before. This is going to be a very short version of the episode because I'm going to leave a more lengthy, detailed version on my blog. So I'll be updating my blog shortly. Make sure you check out for that. And I will provide a link down below. And I will tweet and Facebook that link out also as soon as I get that up. So as usual, I've got my notes with me so that I won't miss all the important things. Let's get started. So we leave off with Kim Yul, and he's trying to get Yeon-ji to do the cheerleading thing. He's trying to convince her. At first she says no. He asks her like 3 times. He really begs and pleads, like, I've got to do this. I have to do this. And finally she gave in. All right, so she agreed to do it. But how he finally got her to talk to her to do it is that he got himself in trouble in school. He got himself like a bunch of demerit points, and he really didn't need them because he's a top student, but he got himself in trouble, and he ended up going to the cafeteria to crush milk cartons, and so did Yeon-ji. So they both were in the room crushing the milk cartons, and they were kind of practicing some cheerleading steps because remember, the real kings, they know cheerleading and dance. Baekho, which translates in Korean to white tigers, they don't know cheerleading that well. So yeah, so he needs all the help that he can get. So what happens a little bit later on is that she ends up crying and feeling sad because one of the members of the Real Kings comes in with a suitcase because he got kicked out of the dorms. So that means all the members of the Real Kings, they get kicked out of the dorms, and she's blaming herself. Yeon-ji is blaming herself for this, that her friends are now homeless and can't live on campus. She begins to cry and feel bad. Well, Kim Yul feels bad for her, and he's kind of sympathetic. I kind of like that this young man is coming around and not being a jerk. He's being very sympathetic to her. He kind of feels for her, So she cries. He consults her, and the dorm is going to close in like 5 minutes, so they got to hurry up. So they run in. The door's locked, but Kim Yul knows another way in, and that other way in is through the window. So their roommate Han-jun throws down a rope, and they climb up the rope and whatnot, and they almost get caught by the teacher that's doing inspections, but they don't get caught, thank goodness. So after that, moving on a little bit faster, the Real Kings, they go and confront the principal. They tell the principal, yes, we're going to agree to do this, but if we win, this is the thing, if we win this competition, you have to promise to bring the Real Kings back on campus. We're not going to take anything else. So she agreed to it. And by the way, Yeon-ji recorded the whole conversation on the phone, so the principal cannot go back on her word. She threatened demerit points and everything like that, but the kids came in and had letters already written. So they put the letters down on her desk, and she began to read them. And they said things like, I promise, I'll be nice and I'll be good to my friends and I really love dancing and whatnot. So she seemed a little bit sympathetic of that because, the principal's kind of shady. She's shady boots a little bit, so she's kind of only looking after herself. So, another thing that happens, oh my goodness, the parents of Baekho, they kind of group up and they make a run down to the school, and they go off on the principal about everything that's going on with their students. Because remember, their students are the top students of the school. They're really privileged, don't really need to do much, but she's trying to figure out the parents are trying to figure out why are they doing all this? Why are they doing all this cheerleading stuff? What's going on? They should be focused on grades and not so much of cheerleading and dance. So they kind of have a conversation back and forth about that, and the principal explains it's for a competition, you know, to help, of course, Soo-ah's mother and Soo-ah get into an Ivy League school and all of that. After that, a little bit later on in this episode, we see Soo-ah. This girl's got some issues, y'all. Let me tell you. Poor thing. I kind of feel bad for her, but she's dirty. I'm gonna say she gets what she deserves. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But we see her. She gets her grade report, and her grade report is not good. She's not in first place. She's in second place. Y'all know that the top student is Kim Yeol. He's number 1. She's number 2. And her mother told her that no one remembers second place. She kind of flashbacks a little bit. She don't want to be second place. Her mother doesn't want her to be second place. She's going to be in trouble when her mother sees that grade. So what she does is she runs out, and underneath a brick by the school, she's hidden a pack of cigarettes. And just as she's about to take one and lights it, guess who enters? Dong-jae. Dong-jae enters, and he sees what she's doing, and you know, they kind of go back and forth, and he was like, well, what are you doing? And she was like, oh, this isn't mine. He goes, yeah, it is yours. I saw you when you took it out. He was behind her the whole time, you know, watching her about to smoke this cigarette. So, you know, that's when Kim Yeol walks up, and he decides to sabotage her, you know, using that cigarette and everything like that. So that's kind of bad. So after the sabotage happens, we fast forward a little bit. We find out that, you know, poor Soo-ah, she's her best friend, or one of her friends in middle school, they committed suicide. This drama is really, really heavy with mature content, like right off the bat with suicide. And, you know, you had the one roommate try to commit suicide. Now you were talking about her friend committing suicide here, but her friend actually did. She actually went along with it and committed suicide. So she's kind of flashbacking toward that, saying, you know, she says, looking at the pictures, it was all over the news, and she's saying, you know, are you happy? Because I'm not happy. She's not really happy about anything that she's doing. And it shows because she's rebelling. She has so much pressure from her mother to do well in school. You know, she sees other students around her having fun, and she wants to do that too, but her mother's like, dude, you will not be like those fools out there that are playing. Those fools out, she calls them fools, those fools out there that are goofing off, they won't amount to anything because their grades aren't good. But you will. You stick to what you're doing, you be first place, you get in the Ivy League school, you're fine. So a lot of sabotage happens in between. The biggest sabotage that happens, though, guys, is my boy Dong-jae. You know, he's played by Eun from the group VIX. All my K-pop heads out there, y'all know who VIX is. Yeah, and you know, he plays basketball in the drama. And the thing is, he doesn't like to get hit. When he has the ball and someone goes to hit him, or you know, try to take the ball from him, he jumps out the way. He doesn't want to get hit. There's something that happened to him in his past. We don't know what it is yet, but some type of trauma or something happened to this young man in the past. He doesn't like to be hit or touched at all when he's playing basketball. You know, basketball is a contact sport. You got to touch and bump and hit each other to try to get the ball and stuff. But he's a good basketball player. So we see Soo-ah doing some dirty stuff, y'all. She's talking to two of the basketball players on the opposite team, bribing them, and she's telling them basically to go after Dong-jae. And they do. They hit him, and they keep hitting him. He tries to get out the way, and he does succeed in a few times, but one time he doesn't. He falls to the ground. Of course, Young-do runs to his aid, you know, and he's hurt kind of bad. He's just laid out on the floor. Soo-ah then, you know, approaches or confronts rather Young-do and says, you know what, I told you to stay out my way, blah blah blah. Just really mean and nasty to her, you know what I mean? Just real mean and nasty. So anyway, poor Dong-jae, you know, he saw her with the cigarette, so he had something to hold over her head as well. So he ends up being okay. He doesn't have to go to the hospital or anything like that. That's a good thing. Oh, by the way, I didn't say this too, but I believe that Soo-ah's mother hired a cheerleading instructor to come in and teach the two teams, you know, like a coach, like some cheerleading moves. Because like I said, one team, the Real Kings, they know dance and cheerleading. They know what they're doing. Baekho, on the other hand, no experience whatsoever. So this cheerleading coach was hired to come in to help them out. And of course, during practice times, Baekho, they're not doing so good. They're struggling big time. While the Real Kings, they're really good at conditioning and working out, so they know what they're doing. They're succeeding. Last scene that happens, though, is that the cheerleading, something happens to the Baekho, one of the Baekho team members when they're working out. She pretends that, you know, she's tired and that she heard something, but she really didn't. The other members demand Soo-ah to call her mother, to tell her mother to come down there, and they do. The group of women, parents, come down. They call the Board of Education. They come down too and everything like that. And they confront the principal. And the woman that is a cheerleading coach, she threatened, you know, she told the members of Baekho, if you guys don't like this, you can't take this, then you guys get out and I quit. She threatened to quit too, if, you know, they wouldn't cooperate. So, like I said, ending scene happens when you have the parents of Baekho, you've got the Board of Education, you've got the principal, you got the members of the Real Kings, all in this room, and the parents are really getting in the principal's face, going off on her. So that's where this ends. So like I said, guys, that is everything that happened, the most important things that happened in this drama. I know I'm missing some things, like, you know, when Soo-ah slapped. Yes, y'all, Soo-ah slapped Young-do. And that's supposed to be her friend, but, you know, she betrayed her. You guys, I'm going to write a more detailed, lengthy version of this episode in my blog. I will leave that link down below. Again, guys, thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you to my old subscribers. Thank you guys so very much. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Do all three. They're free, for crying out loud. Also, guys, don't forget to check me out on Dramafever. I will leave the link down below because I am reviewing this drama for the Drama Club. Also, don't forget to catch me on soulwave.com. Again, I will leave that link down below where you can catch everything and all my reviews and my K-drama news there. Alright, guys, and that's it. I will talk to you guys next time. 감사합니다. 사랑해요. And I love ya. Bye-bye. Have a fantastic day.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and please click the link to watch my latest video.